Good afternoon, everybody. How are you today? And welcome to the latest edition of Drew Mania Live. Nice to have you with us on this Tuesday, the 17th day of April, the year 2018. And of course, this is yours truly, Andrew L. Perry. And of course, as always, coming alive and at you, which is the busy streets of Brooklyn, New York, as I chat to you what is going on as far as the world of sports is concerned. We have NBA playoffs to discuss today, but we'll begin talking about a disgrace at Flushing Meadows, Queens yesterday as the Mets lost to their so-called rival, the Washington Nationals, the Walgreens, by the score of 8-6 after Jacob deGrom went through eight innings and really dominated the game. Having his Jacob deGrom game dominate the game, despite the fact, yes, Bryce Harper had a broken bat single and a broken bat home run. That's why he lead the league in home run. But nonetheless, what unfolded in the 8th inning yesterday was the toughest loss by far this year the Mets had this year. And I guess they 12-13, you still have the best record in baseball. I think at this point, let's just calm down for a little bit. But here's the thing. Let's get to the games. I cannot kill Mickey Callaway for taking him out in the 8th inning. I really can't. The bullpen, as I talked to you about yesterday, the bullpen has been solid. Has been solid throughout to start the season. So I cannot kill Mickey Callaway, even though I heard in WFAN that Jacob, they could have give Jacob deGrom one more inning. Listen, it could have gone either way. You could leave him in, you could leave him out. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. Jacob deGrom give you what you have. 8 strikeouts, leave out 7th in the inning. The bullpen lost it for the Mets yesterday. There's no way around it. It's not Mickey Callaway. And let me move forward to Jugupa Cabrera. He's a good player. He's a good hitter. A lot of power. I agree with Evan Roberts. He needs to take his head out of his ass. Real seriously. You're down by 2. You cannot in any circumstances when you're down by 2 try to steal third base. Because at that point, being on second base don't mean nothing. You need runners in scoring position. And for you to do that, try to steal third, even though I heard in the telecast that by Keith Hernandez and Ron Darling that it looked like it. For a second, I thought they was going to change the call, but it was a long shot, and unfortunately didn't change this out. But the bottom line is this: Drupal Cabrera base running has to be better, especially against a good team like the Nationals. Even though the Nationals are banged up right now, you still gotta put them to the punch. And it'll be interesting to see tonight how the Mets bounce back tonight. Or the question is, will he bounce back tonight? Because Geno Smith, Gino Gonzalez, Gio Gonzalez has a pretty good record at Citi Field. Very good. Is over five is in the 500. His winning percentage is over 500. And Zach Wheeler, even though he haven't lost yet, he's 1-0. He's 1-0, and his ERA is at 1.29. Let's see how. Let's see how he could give you the same performance Jacob deGrom did, or similar, I should say. But the Mets have to bounce back. The Mets already shown they could bounce. The Mets already shown they could bounce back from a terrible loss. Let's see if they could do that tonight against Washington. And if the Mets gonna win that division, they have to bury the Nationals. No if, no ends, no buts about it. But I want to get to this to the weather, and let me get to this weather. Cold weather in baseball. I don't know what the answer is as far as as far as the scheduling, but unfortunately but I think they have to do a better job with I don't know what's the right word for, I don't know, to be honest with you, I don't know what's the right word for it. I really, really don't know. I don't know what's the right answer. But they already have 26 games that is postponed. Most of it is Detroit, Cleveland, and Chicago. Both of White Sox and Cubs. You can't play frigid baseball. We all know baseball is not played for the cold weather. This is not football. We know that. Maybe in the future reference, start playing these weather in the cold. And you heard what happened at Toronto? Toronto had to cancel their games because the roof, there's a hole in the roof at the Rogers Center, formerly known as the Sky Dome in Toronto. Yeah. I saw the video. And I forgot about Minnesota too. Their games has been postponed. Even though the Metrodome was closed almost 8-9 years ago, I don't understand why they build a open ballpark for Minnesota instead of keeping them in a dome. Because Minnesota weather, let's be honest, is not. It's not. It feels like Antarctica. Put it that way. But I guess baseball will figure it out, and Rob Manfred will figure it out down the road. And we don't need to get into the Yankees. The Yankees beat the heck out of the Marlins. And do we care if Derek Jeter show up to Yankee Stadium or not? Do we care? He's not a player anymore. He's the owner. He don't have to show up if he don't want to. My gosh, people, get over yourselves. Jeez. And as far as the NBA playoffs go, don't be surprised if the Warriors swept the Spurs. Put them out of their misery. It was back and forth, but it was 70. when it was 53-52, I think to myself, and give the Spurs. I like how the Spurs played yesterday, but again, to beat the Warriors, these single digits leads ain't gonna be enough because even though they don't have Steph Curry, the Warriors could still and come back and bury you. It will become a 10-point lead could come to turn into a 20-point lead, and that's what we saw yesterday. It was back and forth. The Spurs was right there, but in the end, when Steph Curry got hot, and and Kevin Durant, adios. I knew for a fact that game was over. And I guess in the East, I guess we could calm down on the Philadelphia 76ers for now. As Miami and Dwayne Wade show you he could still beat you. He still got moves. He's still effective. And as the series even up at a game apiece, and give Miami credit, because everybody and their mama picked Philadelphia. Oh, Philadelphia is gonna be a hot series, and Joel, and the Joel guy, the guy with I'm gonna call him the Phantom of the Opera, because that's what he looks like to me. They don't need him right now, but maybe down the road, Philadelphia, the Sixers might need him because they're playing for a championship. But we got some good games. But speaking of, we got some good games tonight. Celtics looking to take a 2-0 lead over the Milwaukee Bucks. Game one was a fascinating game, as I talked about yesterday. And let's see if Portland will bounce back. Portland will bounce back against the New Orleans Pelicans, and see if Anthony Davis get a second win. And on that note, that's going to do it for this edition of Drew Media Live. For more information, check my show out on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and iHeartRadio. And we have more episodes tomorrow. And please stay warm. And until then, this is Andrew Perry, always saying to you, shalom, let peace go with you. I'll talk to you in the next Drew Media Live. Enjoy the rest of the evening and enjoy the NBA playoffs. And hopefully the Mets bounce back. Hopefully.